Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Take Me Down to Studio City. I am Vinnie. This is Angela, and we are here for episode number 5 of Studio City, which is Sean Kanan's baby. He's the producer of it. He's his creation, and we are so happy to be able to bring this analysis to you. For those of you that are watching early, you're subscribed to our Patreon. But if you're watching on YouTube or on the podcast feed, feel free to go ahead and sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/Suds and Squared Circle. You get this show, Dockside at the Bay, Sports Entertainment Center, and Angela Answers Fan Mail all earlier than they would be on YouTube or on the podcast feed. So patreon.com/Suds and Squared Circle. Sign up today. As always, we are also an affiliate of the WWE Shop, which is the Fanatics Experience. Go over to suds-media.com/wrestling merch and help us out that way, because that affiliate link gets us a commission for whatever you buy from WWE, whether it's something for Randy Orton and Kevin Owens or ECW or any other legend or Hall of Famer or current superstar. We are also an official affiliate of Podpage. So go over to podpage.com/suds. If you have a podcast and want an awesome website dedicated directly to your podcast, podpage.com/suds. All right. So this is episode 5, and it was entitled No More
No
Doc.
more doctors. Yep.
Okay. And we basically get a lot of, they basically went over the entire first 4 episodes in a 30
hmm
second, 30 to 30-second
Yes.
minute splash, and caught us right up. And
hmm
we get a great dialogue with Sam's sister, right? Yeah, sister
Yep.
and his daughter.
Lori. Yes.
And
And we find out that she let her crash on her couch.
yep,
you know, well, it's her auntie,
yeah,
basically. And, they talk about the family bar
yep.
and, Doc built it, her dad,
Hmm.
and, all her memories were there. And, she commiserates with Delia,
Delia, yeah. Okay.
that Sam can be a real jerk.
Well, yeah, of course.
And then she gets a bright idea.
Yep, she wants to introduce her to her grandmother.
Yes, who is very skeptical.
Yes, very. I think she was more skeptical than Sam was.
Right? Exactly. And it's funny though because she just goes right in
Oh
and
yeah, she was like a bull in the china closet.
yes. Yep. And quizzing her,
Yep.
very accusatory. And then, the girl's details. And it really also gave you insight into his mother's involvement in his career
Yes.
because
Yep.
she knew the year that fan event had taken place in Florida, where it had taken place, and was like, wait a minute, this is so,
And
yeah,
how she said, "Oh, Sam always, uses protection, or
yeah, he's
he's
always
always safe."
careful.
Yeah,
Yes.
like that's a little awkward for you to be saying about your son, and that
Yes.
level of control to know that, you know,
Yes.
always,
But when she put the pieces together about the fan event, she was like, wait a minute.
yeah, like,
Wait
there's something
a
to that.
minute.
Yeah,
And she softened a bit with her.
she did.
So we'll have to see where that goes. And then we had some really poignant scenes with Lori and Doc,
Yep.
her dad, Sam's stepdad.
Hmm.
Um, and they were the first scenes that Tristan Rogers filmed
Okay.
for Studio City.
Yep.
He had never worked with Sarah Brown before.
Yep.
And he said they shot it at, a high rise in LA,
Yep.
and it was just lit with fairy lights, as you see.
Yeah.
And they, did all of that themselves.
Oh wow. Okay.
Um, and, basically Doc tells her he wants to be done with treatments for the cancer.
Yeah.
And, like most children, she doesn't take it well.
Yeah, of course. And
But
you have to wonder his mindset because when you're going through something, for years on end and and I don't know how long he's
mhm,
struggling with it, but with the medication and the radiation and the chemo and whatever else
it's
he has to
horrible.
go through, it's absolutely ridiculous the amount of
Yeah.
stuff you have to go through when you have cancer, and
Hmm.
you could be in the clear for so long and then it could come back with a vengeance, and
Yep.
it's a
Hmm.
nasty, nasty
Oh,
illness.
it's horrible. Absolutely horrible. And it was very relatable, him not, wanting to go out, on his own terms, but he had, Lori was the first one he told,
Yep.
which kind of shows us that she's kind of the backbone.
Yes.
He didn't want to upset Violet mom,
Hmm.
and Sam is Sam.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
his own world.
you know, but he talks about, he wants to enjoy the time he has left,
Yeah.
you know.
It's a very touching scene, and
Oh,
something,
yeah.
and anybody who's dealt with a parent that has you know, a terminal illness or any kind of, anything really,
Yeah.
and anybody going through that just always has that mindset.
Oh,
My
yeah.
my wife's grandmother actually had her pacemaker turned off after a certain point in time so
Hmm.
that she can go out on her own terms. She stopped
Yeah.
whatever treatment she was getting. I think it was for cancer, if I'm not mistaken, or whatever it was.
Hmm.
And she just passed away not too long ago. I want to say it was earlier this summer. And
Yeah.
it just it's hard, but it's one of those, and you can get a whole philosophical debate on,
Hmm.
assisted suicide and all that kind of stuff. But it's like when somebody makes that decision to be like, you know what, I'm gonna live until natural stuff takes,
Right.
no,
My grandmother did it. My mother's mother, she had had cancer and she fought it. And, chemo, radiation,
yeah,
we thought she had gotten through it. A year later, it comes back.
yeah,
It came back. And she said that she didn't want treatment this time.
yeah,
Her doctor had told her that it was going to kill her.
yeah,
And, he told her, the chemo and radiation could give you a little bit of extra time, but we're not going to cure it. We're not going to be able to fix it. So you'll have more time, but what kind of time will it be?
right, exactly,
And, my aunts and uncles struggled with that decision that she had made because you never want to lose your
oh,
parents,
yeah,
but you have to let people do things on their own terms, especially when it comes to something like that.
yeah,
So it was the whole thing was very relatable
oh yeah,
and it was beautifully, beautifully done.
it was.
Um, so I definitely see why Tristan won his Emmy.
Yeah, oh, absolutely,
And it's so funny because this was the first time they had worked together.
yep.
They had literally like met that day.
And talk about chemistry, and not only
Right.
chemistry, but
And they
the
seemed
heaviness of the dialogue.
and their scene, there was a bond with them.
Yeah,
It's just phenomenal.
it is.
It's absolutely phenomenal. And he said that afterwards, because him and I had talked about those scenes when I talked to him, and he said that after the director, who's also one of the writers, Timothy Woodward Jr., came over and said, you nailed it. And, only one rehearsal. And Tristan said, well, yeah, I've had a bit of practice. Yeah. So,
But that's what you get with veteran actors.
mhm,
You get that the ability, and soap opera actors,
in particular.
you
Yeah.
get that one take, get it
Mhm.
down. Look at the
Absolutely.
dialogue, get the emotion, and then just go with it.
And these are two very seasoned
Yes.
soap opera actors who had done a lot.
Yeah.
He'd obviously been in the game longer than she has, but
Right.
she's done her time. And so yeah, so it was I think they beautifully. And
Yeah.
it's amazing to me still that that was their first scene that they had ever shot together and that they did it so well and seemed so
Yeah.
bonded.
That it's just amazing. And and then it's yeah, it was a very powerful scene.
Hmm.
And again, the show the episode itself is only about maybe 8 to 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
the runtime is 12 minutes, but it also includes the
the
previously on Studio City.
yeah, exactly. Um, and so overall it just kind of showed the episode today was just more about the family, more
Hmm.
about, the family that um what's the girl's name? Delia? No,
Yep.
oh yeah. Delia is going into and
Hmm.
wants to be a part, is technically a part of,
Hmm.
and just how the dynamics are.
Yeah.
Minus Sam. Sam seems to be the
Right.
pop keep of the family.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, he's the difficult one.
Yeah.
Mom's a close second.
I noticed.
But, the big thing, because, his mother was grilling her, what do you want? And she's like, I just want to know him.
Yeah.
And she had just been talking to Lori about how, when she grew up, all the father-daughter dances and stuff
Yeah.
like that, where, she had choices to make that she didn't like, and she wanted to know her actual father,
Yeah.
which is also very relatable. I mean, everybody wants to know where they come from.
Yeah. No, exactly. And so it was just a great episode. It was a
Mhm.
um it's more of like then now Doc is Sam's stepfather, correct? So
Yes,
you
but
could
he raised him.
okay, so all
He
right.
raised him. Yes.
So it's almost, you can see that Sam gets a lot of his mannerisms from his mother,
Hmm.
because obviously they're blood related. So it kind of
Yes.
gives you the nature versus nurture aspect of things
Right.
as well. Um, you know, but I mean, overall, a very, very good episode, very well done episode as well.
Hmm. Well, they all are.
Yeah, well, yeah,
I
you're
haven't,
right.
I haven't seen one yet that I didn't enjoy. So, I am a Studio City fangirl, as pretty much everybody who, has spoken to me on this topic knows.
Yeah, and
And,
of course,
it's just going to get better and better and deeper and deeper,
oh, absolutely.
so.
And remember, folks, for those of you that are following along, we are going based upon the original Amazon episode release,
Hmm.
not the Roku channel, not Tubi TV or whatever else you could find Studios.
Hmm.
They were re-edited to make longer episodes and done that. So go to Amazon Prime, look up Studio City. That's the original. That's what we're going based on. Uh,
Hmm.
so this was episode 5. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the series. I like I like the grittiness of it, um, the deeper stories. Like even
Yes.
though they're short episodes, and for example, they don't have the time nor the cast of say a general hospital,
Right.
or but in that specific amount of runtime, they focus on one aspect and they drill it.
Right.
They
Exactly.
have the meaningful conversation,
Hmm.
you know, no no bullshit. Just,
None.
just the dialogue.
Nothing superfluous.
Right.
Everything matters.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I love that.
Yeah, no, I do too.
So,
I really enjoy it.
and if you like it, please, please, please tell other people to watch it too, so we
Yeah.
get more.
And go ahead, if you're going to post on Twitch, use the hashtag Studio City Season 3.
Yes, we want
So
a
that
season
hopefully
three
we can
so
get,
badly.
yes, so that hopefully we can get some more support and get a season 3 out of the show.
Hmm.
So we're out, we've kind of covered episode 5. Uh,
Hmm.
Again, check out Amazon Prime, the original release of Studio City. That's what we're following. Um,
Hmm.
and for those of you that are watching, go ahead and throw this video a like. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notifications bell. If you're listening on the Patreon, if you're listening on the podcast feed, go ahead and give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Um, as always, thank you so much for tuning in to Take Me Down to Studio City. We will come back next week to watch episode 6 and go over episode 6. All right, so the award-winning Studio City.
The award-winning Studio City.
And unlike the show within a show, they are not um, the number two most watched show. They are an Emmy award winning.
Yes, they are.
Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.